Sometimes in Las Vegas, you have to sacrifice budget for location. And this would be one of those cases. This is the Paris Hotel here in the center of the Strip in Las Vegas. I'm going to take you on a full room review of a new room in the Versailles Tower. I'm also going to take you on a full property tour. And I'm going to have lunch at Guy Fieri's FlavorTown and dinner at Mon Ami Gabi. Let's go in and show you all this fantastic property has to offer. Just checked in here and it was no big deal. We went down to the very end and used the mobile check-in. Caesars has a really good mobile check-in system. It's really fast. Slide your ID in, you just put your credit card in. Probably within like 3 or 4 minutes, you're walking to your room with your keys and your room assignment. So we're gonna run upstairs actually to the Versailles Tower. We have to walk through the casino that's on the north end, all the way up to the Versailles Tower, which kind of connects the Horseshoe and the Paris casino, if you will. That tower's in between the two. And then we're going to come back down, give you a full property tour, and show you everything this fantastic property has to offer. All right, so the Versailles Towers is right back here. We just dropped our stuff off up there. Now I'm going to give you guys a full property tour. Let's get started. All right, so this is the Caesars Sportsbook, and it's a very nice sportsbook, actually. Surprisingly for the Paris, I wouldn't expect it here. But anyway, they got a lot of TVs. They do have some like desks over here to put your bets in and whatnot, sitting down. They also have the nice comfy chairs like the Caesars Palace. Not quite as many as the Caesars Sportsbook, which is a little bit larger than this, but they do have a nice place to sit down behind them for like groups, like lounge tables. And then it is attached to like a sports bar over here, and the sports bar has gaming on the tables and like a lounge area in itself. So it's pretty cool. Definitely a really good setup here to watch a game. You got the bar, you got the sportsbook, all attached, and there's plenty of places to place your bets around here as well. So if you're interested in sports, this is a good spot to watch some games. All right, so we do have a high limit room here. I do just take a quick peek in there. There's not that many people in there right now. We do have baccarat, blackjack. Those needs some breakout rooms for your big competitor high limit players in the back. If you want some real privacy, they can probably close those doors. We'll give you your privacy back there, which is cool. They do have a high limit slot area as well. That is going to be next to the Bordeaux Steak. There's a little like cage thing, if you will. Those are the high limit slots over there. Looks like mostly new machines in there, but if you are a high limit slot player, you have an area for that as well. And this is a high-limit slot machine room, and I did have a chance to walk in there. All those machines in the front are like the newer ones. They're different. You touch old school, like Wheel of Fortune, and some old school video poker in the back, which is actually pretty cool. So if you do like those old school high-limit machines, like I do, they haven't been here. So plenty of places inside the casino if you're looking for a cocktail and maybe don't want to do some gambling. You have this Gustavo's bar right here. Nicely, we're gaming tables, but it is kind of a centrally located bar. There's also the La Cabaret over here, which is a live music venue open Friday and Saturday nights. I'm gonna have like a acoustic band, a little acoustic player or a singer, and watch that over there. Very romantic. And then we have the Sherry rooftop over here, which I think they are trying to do some stuff on Friday and Saturday nights. Get people up there. It's underneath the Eiffel Tower. It's overlooking the Strip. Have a little bit of music up there. There was Chateau nightclub at one time, and it was pretty good. But Sherry's been trying to do like a nightclub thing over there. It hasn't really been successful. So you might want to stay away from that one. If it is open, we're checking out maybe, but probably wouldn't pay to get in there, that's for sure. This is the front of Paris. It's up one level. You got to come up the stairs here to check it out. But we do work with this place. We do book a lot of packages here. They have like an open bar, dinner thing that we do in our packages. It is a popular place. Great for views. The Bellagio fountain is literally right across the street, so it's perfect. And right below this is another restaurant called Alexa's. That's also a good place for like brunch. It's an Italian place, high-end dining type of place. Really good option as well. And then underneath the Eiffel Tower restaurant up there, and below that is a place called Sherry. Okay, that used to be Chateau nightclub. Now it's called Sherry. They kind of do like a brunch thing over there. They tried to do a nightclub there several times. It hasn't really worked since Chateau, unfortunately, but it is an option for brunch, etc. If you'd like to check out Sherry, make sure you check out our packages below. And then over there is going to be the Mon Ami Gabi, and that's going to be where I have dinner tonight with my girlfriend, and we're pretty excited to catch some views of the fountain and have some nice French food. So keeping up with the whole casino lounge area thing that I do like here in Paris, this is the La Center, which is going to be like your central bar between the mall and the casino. I come here for the affiliate summit usually, and they have it in the convention center in the back. And this place is always a good place to meet up with people, have drinks, discuss a little business. Got some deals done over here, so that's pretty cool for that. And behind me over here, we're gonna have the Cafe Americano. That's gonna be a nice like American cafe. You're gonna be able to get drinks there as well. Like a nice omelet in the morning, or you want like a fairly reasonably priced meal, you can find it over there at the Cafe Americano. And then over here, this is gonna be your infamous Lisa Vanderpump. This is gonna be called the Lisa Vanderpump Paris, of course. They originally had one of these in Caesars. It was a big success. Put one here in the Paris. They also have one of these in front of the Flamingo. She's obviously a big part of the Caesars property now. They're going to turn the Cromwell across the street over here into the Vanderpump Hotel. So she must be killing it. Drinks are expensive here, but the vibe and the energy is bougie. And if you like that, this is going to be an appropriate spot for you. In true Paris fashion, we are keeping up with the fine dining and the celebrity chefs here. Of course, Nobu, very famous sushi restaurant. There is one of these in Caesars. I believe there's one in the Virgin Hotel as well. It is a chain, but it is very high end. And then Bobby Flay, he's got his Bobby Burgers over here, which is a really good smash burger type of place. So it's not cheap, but it's pretty good food. So they put the potato chips on the burgers over there. It's not bad. I do like it. It's worth it checking out if you want a burger and some potato chips. All right, true Caesars fashion. You can find a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in here. This is going to be his high-end restaurant, Gordon Ramsay Steak. You're going to pay a lot for a filet mignon over here, or his Beef Wellington, which is his famous dish. But it's a good food. You're going to get a good quality meal if you're going to pay for it. If you want his Beef Wellington for a little bit less, you can walk across the street over there, down a little bit. That's the Caesars Palace. He has a Gordon Ramsay's Pub. $72 a Beef Wellington in there. You don't need a reservation. You can just walk in, sit at the bar, sit at the table. It's really easy to get into. They also sell the Beef Wellington at his Hell's Kitchen right down there in front of Caesars, and that's going to be like a prefix type of thing. So you can get the Beef Wellington here, just going to pay a little bit more for it. So there's some secrets to getting it for a little bit less. Head into the mall to the back of the Paris Casino. You're going to find another really nice high-end dining experience called Martha Stewart's Bedford. So everybody knows who Martha Stewart is. I'm sure the food is very good, home-cooked type of meal. And this used to be a place called Mariano's for a while, but I think this place was more along the lines of what they're trying to do with the Caesars properties on their high-end stuff with the celebrity chefs, and they turned it into Martha Stewart's The Bedford. So come check it out if you want some good home-cooked food. And then they do have the Monte Cristo cigar bar here. There's one of these at the Caesars Palace as well. Must be a little bit of a chain or whatever. That's a big hit with the Caesars group. But if you're into the cigar bar and a little bit of music, we do have some gaming on the tables in here. Come in here and puff away and enjoy the Monte Cristo cigar bar. All right, I'm going to take myself to FlavorTown. I did have a pastrami sandwich at Guy Fieri's Vegas in the Link the other day, and I've never tried the sports kitchen over here, the FlavorTown Sports Kitchen. There's Monday Night Football going on, so I'm going to go watch some football, have a nice Guy Fieri treat, and I'll let you know how it is. All right, so I just had dinner at Guy Fieri's FlavorTown Sports Kitchen here in Las Vegas, and a few things that I did find out, which are pretty interesting. First off, they do have video poker here at the Guy Fieri's, and it is Caesars, so you can play some video poker. Put 20 in, took out $42.50, so I won a $22.50. I was a little bit shocked when I saw the prices on the menu. I ordered the rack of ribs, and it was like $46. That's just the cost, not the tip and tax and everything. And then, like brisket and everything was like 47, pulled pork, like, almost $50, like 49 bucks on the menu. Pretty pricey. So, I ate it, enjoyed it. I did enjoy the ribs. They were excellent. The macaroni and cheese was really good that came with it. The coleslaw was fine. Everything was good. There was some jalapeno cornbread. It was a little dry, but it was really good. So the Paris is kind of lacking in shows, if you will, but there is several shows at the Horseshoe next door. So one of the shows you might be interested in is the X Burlesque show. This is going to be X Rocks. It's going to be a own theater. This used to be Dre's After Hours for like a brief time in 2013. They actually had the Cromwell under construction. They moved Dre's After Hours into where this show is. And that used to be a little club in there, After Hours Club. And now it's the X Rocks Theater. So it's a burlesque show. It's in the Horseshoe, but it's connected to the Paris. So it's kind of all one. At one time, Bally's ran this property and they kind of made it all sort of one. So it does feel like you're in the Horseshoe and the Paris at the same time, because they're basically the Versailles Tower where we're staying is like in between the two, and the escalators take you out one side of the Horseshoe and the other side you're in the Paris. So it's just how it's set up. There's also an Imagine Theater in here. That's at the Versailles Tower. It's actually in the Paris, and there's going to be the Paranormal show in there, which is a mind freak kind of show. And there's also the Potted Potter, which is a Harry Potter 70-minute show. Kind of go through all like 7 episodes of the Harry Potter thing. I'm not a Harry Potter guy, but I imagine that's pretty good if you're a Harry Potter fan. So worth checking out if you're staying in the Paris. Walk over to the Horseshoe, check out that speakeasy in the strip mall area toward the back. So keeping with the French vibe of the Paris, we're gonna have dinner over here at Gabi. This place has been around forever. It's a cool looking place. It's got the kind of the greenish copper fade on the facade, if you will, and overlooks the Bellagio fountain. So excited for a nice dinner here. We'll go check it out a little bit. I'm about ready to head in and have some dinner at Gabi. Good. All right, so we just enjoyed a nice fountain view dinner. Look over the strip. They gave us a nice seat right there on the end, and the fountains were going off several times, so that was cool. I did have like a beef stroganoff. It was actually really good. I haven't had one of those. So my mom used to eat those back in the day, so I was pretty excited about that. And it was good. It wasn't the best I've had, but it wasn't bad either. And she had some mussels, which were excellent, so she was happy with that. And I think we were out the door for around $100 total with a couple of drinks, like a tea and a Coke. It's not bad for fine dining French place on the strip. I think that's pretty good value, actually. When you leave the casino and walk into the strip mall and back toward the Horseshoe connection over here, you're going to find the convention center. This is where they host the affiliate summit, which I come to generally every year. And one of the cool things about this facility here, Bear, they have a 85,000 square foot pillarless ballroom, which is pretty big. And they also have about 170,000 square feet of meeting room, breakout space, etc. I was just here the other day, and Bill Walsh, Power Team International, my buddy, had his setup back here for the Power Team in the seminar they were doing, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, I'm an IATA certified travel agent, and I can help you guys book your convention space, room blocks, if you guys want breakout rooms, etc. We do all that, and I know how to work against these casinos against each other, so you can get a little bit better deal. So make sure you hit me up. My cell phone's above 773-459-8133, and I'll help get your corporate event planned. Now, I did mention we're staying in the Versailles Tower, which is the $100 million renovation. It's actually very, very nice. I'll give you guys a full room tour at the end. But I'm going to walk over to the Bordeaux Tower here. This is the one closest to the registration, so if you have mobility issues, Versailles Tower is a little bit of a walk to get to, so I don't recommend staying in that one. Stay in the Bordeaux Tower. It's not freshly remodeled like the Versailles Tower, but it is closer to the registration. And the pool, the L'Oasis, and the fitness center are also inside the Bordeaux Tower. So I'm going to take you guys upstairs and show you those things right now. All right, so we're on the second floor of the Bordeaux Tower. This is going to be the spa. Now, after hours, there's a 24-hour door you can go through to get into the fitness center. It's a fairly mid-sized fitness center. It's not the biggest I've ever seen. 3,600 rooms is a lot of people, so right now it's not very busy. You have plenty of treadmills. You do have some weight equipment. Some machines, bikes, stair climbers, a little bit of free weights over there, not that impressive. But I will give you a pro tip here. There's a little bit better fitness center over at the Horseshoe, which is actually closer to the Versailles Towers. You just got to walk through the casino all the way to the strip mall and back, and your room key at the Paris will work in that fitness center as well. So you have access to this fitness center if it gets really crowded in here with 3,600 rooms full. You can also go to the Horseshoe and check out that fitness center in the back of the strip mall near the blue pool over there. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed our full property tour, our dinner, lunch, etc. We're going to head back up to the Versailles Towers. Just a little bit of facts about this place. Just went through a $100 million renovation. I believe there's 756 rooms and suites. And the rooms are some of the largest in Las Vegas as far as regular sized rooms, around 420 square feet. And there are a few select rooms that have a balcony here around 55 square feet. Now, we don't have one of those rooms, but we're going to give you a full room tour of one of these brand new rooms here at the Versailles Towers. Let's go upstairs and check it out. All right, so this is the 420-foot brand new Versailles King room at the Paris Hotel. Notice the decor. It's definitely the French colors, if you will. And of course the blue couch. This is kind of an interesting couch. It's comfortable, but it's not super practical. You can only fit a couple people on it, but it is nice. Obviously it's brand new and it does go with the decor. So it's fine for that. Nice little table over there, new lamp. This is pretty much a brand new room. I'm not sure how old it is within a year or two, but it's so far everything looks very nice. Let's take a look around over here by the bed. So we have a nice marble top on the bedstand, a phone that does work, and this is kind of cool. It's got like this little like thing you raise up and down for the plug. Older USBs, which is kind of, this is probably remodeled before the USB 2s were a big thing. And I do like the cool lamps, nice switches on here, and they're pretty interesting. Down here was just a space, and a drawer down here, Holy Bible in there. And let's take a look here. A couple nice mirrors on the side, really nice, well done headboard, or bed headboard, if you will. Pillows are a little lumpy. Yeah, not the greatest pillows I've ever seen, but let's take a look at the mattress and see how it is. Yeah, so this is pretty good. I could tell I could probably, it might hurt my back a little bit. It's not the best mattress I've ever been on in a hotel, that's for sure, but it's not terrible either. It's kind of firm, but not like too soft. It's kind of in between, which is okay. All right, let's take a look over here. All right, so the other side, kind of the same thing, another mirror, exactly the same bedstand. No Holy Bible in this one. So over here, it's kind of the same thing. We have this cool little attachment for the two USBs and the plug. I like that. It's kind of unique. It's very unique. I've never seen that before. And then nice mirror here. Obviously a nice lamp. Similar to this other side, basically the same exact setup. Other side. What I do like about this room is there's a lot of space between here and the TV. And the TV I'll show you here in a second is massive. It's probably like a 65-inch TV, which is really cool. And there's a lot of space on both sides of the bed, over to the couch, and the room just feels a little bit bigger than your standard hotel room. It's actually really nice. All right, so let's take a look at the TV setup here. Now this thing's on a pretty heavy angle. Hard to adjust this. Yeah, you can adjust it. Okay, this is a big TV. Flat screen wise, I'd say this is probably 65-inch, one of the biggest hotel TVs I've ever seen, besides in like a suite. For a regular room, this is impressive. And then down here, we have this nice marble dresser, if you will. A couple areas to store stuff, a couple drawers. Down here, there's a safe. So your safe is in here, which is kind of unique. That's not something you see every day. And then over here, you have a nice little desk. Now, we don't have a fridge or a mini bar, but there is this mini bar. It's not a bar per se, it's just kind of a mini area on top. And anything you take off here, obviously, you're gonna have to pay for. And then we have a really cool lamp, a nice picture there, a good desk if you need to do some work. Chair's pretty comfortable. And then this little pop-up. Now this one does have the USB 2 and the old USB and 2 plugs for your laptop. So kind of cool there. I do like the nice little touch of the pop-up stuff on the tables. Let's go over here and check out the bathroom. All right, so the bathroom it's decent. You know, you have a marble top, small sink. You do have enough room on both sides. I wish it was 2 sinks, but 1 sink will have to do. And you know, hers and his stuff here, a little mirror for the shaving, a little storage underneath, hair dryer, typical towels. Okay mirror here, it's decent style. It's not over the top. And I do like the tile floors are very patterny, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look over here. Everything looks very clean. I don't see any issues with that. All right, let's take a look at the shower. And nice, we have a door, which is always nice. So the shower's actually really nice. I like how the fact that it's got a glass door and it's not one of those where the curtain just covers the door. And here we have a little bit of a step up, and then body wash, conditioner, shampoo, a rain head, and the place for your soap. This is all like nice marble tile. Let's take a look at the water pressure here. Looks pretty good. See how fast it takes to get warm. I put it right in the middle, so we'll see. It's starting to do warm already, so that's pretty good. Not long, it's not bad. Good water pressure. Definitely a nice towel. Nice shower with you know, a lot of room to move around in there, but no tub or anything like that. So overall, I mean, kind of what you'd expect for a remodeled room here in Las Vegas. It's nice. It's not over the top. It's not like what I would consider super luxury. This is kind of like a mid-luxury hotel, and it's well done. So I don't think you're gonna be disappointed if you get one of these King Versailles rooms here at the Paris. Let's go and do the pros and cons and talk about this hotel. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed my full property tour, lunch, dinner, everything to show you here inside the Paris. Let's talk about the pros and the cons of this place. Definitely some good pros. Rooms are new, so the Versailles Tower, which we stayed in, was a fantastic room. Pretty good value. You're actually getting one of the best locations on the strip right here in the center, and basically a brand new room for a very good price. It's not a luxury room. This isn't going to be like a Wynn or maybe even a Fontainebleau or a Bellagio, but it's a pretty nice hotel. It's kind of a mid-level, and the price is accordingly, and the location is central, so that's awesome. Let's talk about the amenities here. They do have a decent fitness center here. It's not the best one I've seen in a hotel for this size, but you do have access to the Horseshoe Fitness Center as well, and that one's actually pretty nice. You have to go walk a little bit down into the strip mall area there, Horseshoe by the pool, the blue pool over there, and you can use your room key to get into that fitness center as well. So you get two fitness centers for one here, which is pretty cool. So I do like that. Let's talk about the restaurants here, the dining options. Fantastic. Caesars really has done it up with Guy Fieri, Martha Stewart in this place. Yeah, Guy Savoy has got that brioche place. There's just a ton of good options here. Nobu right inside here as well. You got all the celebrity chefs here, okay? So you're gonna get good dining, you're gonna pay for it, it's gonna be expensive. So, you just expect when you come to the Paris to be paying a little bit more for premium quality meals, if you will, all right? Let's talk about the cons of this place. One of the cons is it is kind of a dated interior. They haven't changed this place since as long as I've lived here. It's been 14 years, and I know this place was built long before I got here, so it's pretty much the same. You're gonna see it's gonna be exactly the same as it was back then. So it is what it is. It does kind of give you that older school themey Vegas vibe, which you don't really get at the newer casinos, etc. But I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. It could be a negative, could be a positive. It just depends how you look at it. Another negative is this place isn't notoriously known to be like a gambler's type of casino. It is a pretty good sports book for what it is. I do like the setup for the sports book, but the if you're into really like hardcore gambling, you might want to go over to the Horseshoe. Okay, it's right there next door, and they got a great poker room over there. The whole casino just feels more gamblerish. Okay, there's a lot of old schooler machines. This place has machines. It's got plenty of them. It's got tables and whatnot, but in my opinion, that place feels more like a gambler casino than this place. This place feels more like a place to go chill and hang out with your girlfriend, have nice dining, etc. Okay. Another negative, in my opinion, was kind of the lack of shows. The Paris really doesn't have any shows at all. They do have that big Paris theater here, but there's nothing going on in there right now. They're not running anything. But you do have the Imagine Theater, which is in the Versailles Tower, which is still kind of like Horseshoe Paris technically, and they do have that paranormal show in there, which is that mind reader show. It's supposed to be pretty weird, I guess. And then they have the Potted Potter if you're into Harry Potter, and they do have that in the Horseshoe now. We're talking, this isn't the Paris, so this is why the Paris is a negative and not a positive. But they do have that burlesque show over there too. I think it's like a rock show, and they have their own theater right there next to the Jack Bidians. That's all kind of connected. The Paris and the Horseshoe are kind of like basically the same sort of. So lack of shows, but again, if you just go over to the Horseshoe, you got plenty of shows over there. So it's kind of a negative, kind of positive, whatever you want to look at it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my full property vlog of the Paris Hotel. Make sure you like this video. Do subscribe to this channel for more. I'm Party Plan Brian. Let's map out your Las Vegas game plan. Text me at 773-459-8133. Make sure you download the Party Plan app as well. Use that tool anytime you do group travel. You can put your full itinerary in there, keep track of your expenses. You can communicate with your group. It's a free tool. It's here to help you guys plan your trip. Built this tool just for people coming out to Las Vegas and everywhere. We're going to be a lot of markets coming later this year. So excited to get that off the ground, and hopefully you guys download it and check it out. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.